He's the boy who described murdering his teacher as fine and dandy. Will Cornick, just 15 when he stabbed Anne Maguire to death in front of a classroom full of fellow pupils. Family and friends of the teacher gathered united outside court, having just heard the details of her last moments of life.
We wish that nothing of Anne's life be lost, that she will be remembered as a life's partner, a mother, a sister, a Nana Anne, an auntie, and genuine teacher with a generous spirit who led by example.
They had just seen pictures of the spot where Anne Maguire was stabbed to death. Taken not long after her murder, one featured the classroom chairs as they had been scattered by pupils fleeing the horror unfolding before them. A much-loved teacher being stabbed repeatedly, to the enduring trauma of the family who followed the graphic account in court.
The joy of living her life and the fulfilment of her hopes and dreams and passions have disappeared with this horrific, cruel, senseless and cowardly act.
The tragedy continues as the lives of all those closest to Anne have been shattered. We shall never recover from this pain and anguish. No amount of punishment can ever compensate for the loss of Anne's life.
She was a devoted and caring teacher whose 40-year-long career was meant to be in its final months. Her killer was once regarded as a model pupil, polite and happy, the son of parents described in court as decent and loving. But for reasons which may never fully be revealed, he developed an irrational hatred towards his Spanish teacher. Another teacher here at Corpus Christi School in Leeds had once described the pupil as delightful, but disturbing events were emerging. The 15-year-old boy told classmates that he wanted Mrs. Maguire dead. Even on Christmas Day last year, he exchanged Facebook messages with a friend in which he spoke of his teacher's brutal killing. In February this year, he posted another Facebook message in which he said Mrs. Maguire deserves more than death, more than pain, torture, and more than anything that we can ever understand. Was the symbol on his Facebook page the typical work of a teenage boy, or a glimpse into the darkness of his innermost thoughts? As the teacher fled her attacker, he pursued her along a school corridor. She told a colleague, "He's stabbed me in the neck." That colleague, Susan Francis, pushed her into a nearby room, holding the door shut with her foot. As the teacher was dying, her attacker returned to the room where he'd been working and spoke 2 words to the entire class: "Good times." As another teacher took hold of him, he said, "Can you be careful? My knuckle is hurting and my hand is bleeding." In later conversations with psychiatrists, he said, "I wasn't in shock, I was happy. I had a sense of pride. I still do. I did not have a choice. It was kill her or suicide." He went on to say, "I know the victim's family will be upset, but I don't care. In my eyes, everything I've done is fine and dandy." The family's ongoing grief was summed up in a statement to court by Mrs. Maguire's husband, Don. "Now all our dreams are gone forever," he said. "Present and future are but words." The schoolboy who took it all away was said by the judge to have enjoyed the public nature of his crime. Mike McCarthy, Sky News, Leeds.